I'm Nancy McCauley, and I joined the choir, I think, in 1977. It wasn't as big, but I think it was awfully good. We tried awfully hard to do it. You know, in the beginning, we were the only cultural arts organization in town, and so that was pretty special.
I'm Charlie Fulton, and I've been with the choir since 1987. We probably had 35 to 40 people when I first joined the choir, made up of members of the community and church choirs. And we had very few students that joined the choir at that time.
I'm Andy. I've been in the choir since 1986, which means about 40 years. It's been up and down a little bit in size. We probably ran in the 40s in the early days.
And then the choir grew, and now we're as big as we've ever been, with close to 100 voices.
The big change was when Will Kessling became our conductor, because he has improved our singing considerably. He is an excellent vocal instructor, and he teaches you how to make the more pleasing sounds.
Oh, he brought it just another level completely. Yeah. The trying to perfection. I try myself. I try to do my little best, and I don't know how he can stand saying the same thing over and over and over again.
I'm Will Kessling, and I'm the artistic director and conductor of the Gainesville Master Chorale. You know, people come and they go. When I started with the choir, some folks didn't want to work as hard as I pushed them, and half the choir left because it was a whole different philosophy and approach. But people vote with their feet, and people started coming because of the quality and the opportunity to do this big repertoire with a, nice choir, and it just kind of grew that way.
There were times where I'd listen to a recording and say, that's us? We sound that good?
Hi, I'm Sylvie Fernsby-Coleman. I'm learning every time I sing from the conductors and the graduate students. It's just a wonderful environment, all ages. I like it.
The choir's grown in terms of quality of singers, and people that'll come and take my abuse to go to try to strive for artistic level performances. And my philosophy has always been, what is fun? Well, fun is being good at something, and when you're good at it and you're doing it, it's fun. So it's fun to be good.
Will is a great vocal instructor, but also he knows the sound that he wants, and he brings the best out of you.
I guess I would be remiss if I didn't give a big thank you to all our past directors that have made this choir what it is, to give of their time and their talents. And we've been very fortunate to have very few directors in this choir over a 50-year span.
I'm Lee. I'm an alto one and proud. I've been a member of Gainesville Master Chorale for about 2 years. Music has always had a healing power, and I love that we get to show up once a week and fill our cup in a creative way that, we don't really get to have that much of an outlet in our day-to-day adult lives. So I think it's a gift not only to the community when we give performances, but it's also a gift to ourselves. By filling our cup, we can show up better for our families, for ourselves, for our friends, and our jobs. And I think that we need that more than ever.
I get to sing with all the beautiful voices from the students at the School of Music, and I love that.
Having the town and gown relationship is a distinct advantage to the choir. Financially, it serves a great purpose. I mean, we have a rehearsal space that's perfect for rehearsing.
We get access to the university orchestra. We get someone like Dr. Kessling, who's so in his discipline. So I like that we have that connection to the university, and it's fun to be able to come on campus once a week and pretend you're a student.
My name is Peter. I am a bass. We'll have pieces where all of a sudden Dr. K will say, well, and I'm obviously bringing in this guy who plays guitar for this because he's amazing, or we're doing the Rudder Gloria, and don't worry, I've got the trumpet department on speed dial, and we have these amazing people that are just in town and available to us that you don't get in every city, and I think we're spoiled by that, but it makes for some amazing performances.
Some of the highlights were that singing Carmina Burana 3 times, by the way, singing with the Jacksonville Symphony Orchestra.
I love going over to Jacksonville, and was there all day when they reopened after the refurbishing of their Performing Arts Center. That was pretty special.
I really enjoyed our Christmas concerts when we used to sing at the Oaks Mall. Did that for many years when Dr. Udell was a director.
Oh, yeah, it was wonderful. And then our small groups, and during the day we would amble around and sing little things. And it was wonderful to see the shoppers come up and with the kids in the little carriages and all that, and they're all just, like that. And I love doing that.
Even though the choir didn't get to sing that much, the Mahler piece was really pretty awesome. So that was a big highlight, getting to sing with Dr. Liu and the orchestra. I really loved that.
Definitely the top thing was Carnegie Hall, getting to perform at Carnegie, which was absolutely terrifying, but also super fun.
This place was packed, and we got standing ovations and whooping and hollering, and I was kind of afraid you go to a place like that, the expectation would be very high and you wouldn't get that kind of a response from the audience.
John Rudder conducted us. That was pretty thrilling.
Our last Dvorak Requiem was pretty amazing, right? I mean, it was as good as anywhere considering it's all amateur. And I think our Musica Gloria was really great.
We did a 5-country tour of Europe with the Civic Chorus. It was wonderful. I got to sing at the Vienna Opera House on my birthday.
We did in Hungary, Yugoslavia, Germany, and Austria.
We sang in some cathedrals, and we drove up into the mountains to the smallest little church you'd imagine that had the best reverberation, and it was just wonderful to sing there.
To Medellin in Colombia with Dr. Kessling, we sang the Dan Forrest Requiem.
We did the Brahms Requiem, it was a standout. We did the Verdi, it was pretty memorable. I mean, these were our performances as good as any of the big $250,000 budget choirs and big city talents.
I overheard during a break in a rehearsal where our director was talking to the concertmaster of a professional orchestra that we had hired. And Dr. Kessling said, well, this is a community choir. They're not hired singers. And the concertmaster said, no, that can't be. Are you sure? Yeah, they're a community choir. And this went back and forth a few times. It was nice to hear.
To me, it's a thrill. That's why I keep doing it, because I just love it. I truly love it. And each thing is a little bit different, and we learn something new. And it's fun to learn something new every day, even in music.
I think this choir is set apart in that we have members of the choir who have been with us a long time. They stick with us. We have a lot of long-term individuals with the choir. Their experience passes on to the younger individuals, helps them to stay on and want to stay on.
I think I have very many acquaintances, and the people that you sit close to, you get very friendly with.
Just made a lot of good friends over the years.
We chat during rehearsals, and now we've met up outside of choir as well, so we've made some, I think, really lasting friendships.
Music soothes the savage beast,